Welcome to this Connect training video regarding creating your first project. And in this video we're going to cover initial creation of your projects and configuring a few settings. So in this video we're going to talk about where baby projects come from. We're also going to talk about how to configure basic project settings prior to recruiting your applicants. And finally we're going to talk about where to access project profiles. Now, project profiles are available for enterprise customers only, but if you are an enterprise customer, you want to make sure that your community administrator hasn't configured a project profile for you, and if they have, we're going to talk about how to access that and fill it out for your community manager. Regarding the Nighthawk Project story, this is part of the creation setup, wherein you actually create your project and get your very initial settings before we start creating your resources. Now, regarding creating a new project, projects are cloned from templates, and templates are effectively deactivated or set aside projects that have either bare bones functionality or key integral functionality that needs to be cloned and copied throughout all projects moving forward. So in this case, we're going to utilize a template project, one that previously provided to you. We're going to copy that one into creating our own new project. So templates can be pre-configured and saved specifically for cloning, or you can utilize live active projects to create your new projects from. Cloning is easy and incredibly fast. It basically pulls all the resources from the source project and recreates them in the new project. Now, you can choose to include users or not, but we'll cover that here in a moment. Additional setup for cloning your first project is understanding the initial project settings. We'll set a few of those in the very beginning and visual theme. So remember that cloning is easy and incredibly fast, so we're actually going to step into the community homepage and we're going to create a new project. So from the community homepage, you might recognize the user interface as a project manager. In this case, we want to create a new project. Now, I already have two projects running that I'm part of as this project manager, be it Nighthawk and Nexus All. In this case, I'm going to utilize that Create a New Project link on the bottom, and I'm taken to the Create a New Project page. From here, I'll choose a department. In my case, I have Development and Templates. Now, Templates is a department specifically created to house the template projects that we utilize for cloning. In this case, I want the new project to be part of Development. Now, I will name this project whatever I see fit. You can provide a project description, which will give additional details to the project. The project email address corresponds to emails coming out of the system. So, for example, if you leave this blank, it'll utilize the community email address, which might be communitybeta@yoururl.com. Now, for specific emails coming out of this project, we want to provide this information to our testers to make sure that our emails don't get caught up in filters. So in this case, I'll utilize a project-specific email. Now, regarding the theme, I can choose from the list of available themes within my site. We have the Center Code Basic theme, which is effectively a very grayscale, nothing to it theme that is the base theme provided to all of our implementations. We also have the Viridian Dynamics theme, which is obviously the one we're going to use. Particular themes can actually be generated on a project-by-project basis. They can create a theme specifically for a project, and then you'll choose that theme from the drop-down here. More likely, though, you're going to use the same theme as the community as a whole. So in this case, I choose this theme. And from the project template, I can choose from the projects available for use as templates. Now, those other projects that we had aren't set as being global templates, so I can't choose to create my project based off one of those previous ones. In this case, I'm going to choose the Quick Start template and submit. Now, on the back end, it'll be cloning all the different pieces of information within the projects, and once it's finished, we'll be dropped right on our project tools page, as you can see here. So the next step is to review your project tools and your user interface to make sure everything looks appropriate. You can see in the top left there, we have the new project listed as the name of the project in the navigation bar. Scrolling down, we can access the hidden tools, which includes our project settings. So from here, access project settings, and you can review the settings that you configured for this particular project. Now, there are some items that we can't modify, such as the base template that this was copied from, so once this project is made, it is a standalone and existing item. We can change the theme with the drop-down menu. We can even change the department that this project is a part of. You can change the project name or any of the fields here. When you're done, submit. So that basically covers the creating of a new project and the configuring of your basic project settings. The next consideration we want to make is for project profiles. So project profiles are an enterprise-only feature, and effectively they collect critical data points regarding your project. They're used by your community administrator and filled out very similar to a survey. You'll effectively provide information possibly derived from the project plan that you have in place for your particular beta project, and you'll input those into the fields that your community administrator has deemed effective or noteworthy. They'll then be able to collect the information from these project profiles, and you'll be able to keep your community administrator updated on the progress and current standing of your beta project. Project profiles are exclusively put in place by your community administrator and used only by project managers. And again, project profiles are available only for enterprise customers. So if you have project profiles available to you as a project manager, you need to make sure that you're accessing them, providing the appropriate information that your community manager needs for their reporting purposes. So again, within the Project Tools page, go ahead and scroll down, again to Hidden Tools, and access the Project Profiles tool there on the bottom. Yours might be in a different position. Ours is in Hidden Tools. Simply click on it to access it. So here you can see all 3 of the project profiles available within my community. Now I haven't added any information to these, but in order to do so, I'd simply click Modify. Project profiles function very similarly to a survey that you'll be sending out to your testers. You'll effectively provide the information here that your community manager will be able to utilize to pull up reports regarding all the projects in your community. So be sure to fill out the information accordingly, and then submit the form when you're done. Your changes to the project profiles are saved here, and you can either view the filled out form as you filled it out, or you can modify your responses. You can also click the X button on the right hand side to reset the form and completely clear any previously answered fields. So in this video, we covered creating a new beta project and the steps to effectively do that. We also talked about configuring the basic project settings and making sure they're set up appropriately. And finally, we covered where to access project profiles, and again, this is an enterprise-only feature. So of course, we have plenty more videos coming up regarding the administration of your project, so stay tuned.